up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this song for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jackson, first play, going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. They'll go again with DOLPHINS. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's DOLPHINS. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal, what I say. say is gospel. I cook this with love, they gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million. In the discussion, had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing that with me. Yeah, crazy thing that with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. I do not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dancing and wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the craft. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I can give what think of us. Duck, jab, hook, send it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
3 and out are in danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards to pick up there. So into Packer territory now. Here's first. Running the counter with Mostert. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Down inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folding like a launcher. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers now on 1st down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Sammy Watkins, 29 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can do. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped it hard, didn't they? They attacked back after they've been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Rodgers going to throw. Caught on the slant. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run for it with Dillon. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone. Here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 13 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Crosby with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try to get some points and feel great going into the half.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to pass. Tua. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second and 10. Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard. And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? To throw once more on second and 10. Tua. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
20-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Hey, no steal.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that is incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, here is Jones. 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Watcher, 6. Hey, green. Ultra. Ready?
On play action, here's Tua. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 78 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point made good by Sanders. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. That's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys have now moved out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Dolphins 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On second down, Mostert. And behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up. Check you.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Keon Crosser.
And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
2nd down and goal.
Tua. They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught.
Touchdown!
Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we're on time now in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28
as he kicks it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing.
And this is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow, go.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check that. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready?
Up the middle they go with Mostert. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
52 blaster. 6, 7.
Tua to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point inside. A tie game in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of
it. Here's Tua.
And this is going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
They'll go again to Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the timeout will be called. So they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
And any yardage you gain here is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car.
how to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, that's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother, we the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And again, it's Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street so I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and them wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. These love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, set. Hey, check that.
Two and a throw right away. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Striker, 3-3. Left.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. It's Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because sink as is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tua now on first down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the 31. Tua is going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 31 yards. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 15. They'll start the drive with Harris. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A sea of Dolphins there that time in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down, here's an option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Finds Pickens outright. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They get it to Hill, and they'll let him run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Pickett, he'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pickett now on first down. Open man here, Sims complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11. Pickett will look to throw it here. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, the way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on third down. This is Harris on the draw. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Johnson with a reception. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Emmanuel Ogbah finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They pitch it to Harris. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Well, you don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4th down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. Pickett going to keep it himself. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
and attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
A big gain on the play, but it's third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run with Mostert up the middle. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Tua. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tua. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion. My time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We about to build it. They leaving it vain.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. Dances by him. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
On play action, here's Tua. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
Now a throw. On first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Tua now, 3rd and goal. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And the defense, Shaws, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first down carry for Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jones now will run it. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing Jones. Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Throw left side complete. That's James. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Barkley trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
He was brought down by number 5. It's 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, 31 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Giants 14, Dolphins nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, back.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 83 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Only a yard on the game there. That will set up 3rd and 13.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st down, Jones. Pass this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Down to about the 45.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Jones throw on target to Shepard, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. To throw again on second down. Jones trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch. There
he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw. That was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll start out here with the option left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies him.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Rolling to his left. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet. And it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. It's Hill. Complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry, and now points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. He's got room past the 30, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back to throw. Jones. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jones now throwing on fourth down. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts this lead down 14. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Sliding out of the pocket. James has got it, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
A contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Barkley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Tagovailoa.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Tua.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And avoids the contact by sliding. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Parker, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings?
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And they'll begin by running the option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
His throw incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. The 20, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? We're down to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They dial a running play here with Hill, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Tua now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On second down, Mostert. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. Turn it over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
at the 6. On 2nd and goal, Bridgewater. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the shotgun. It's Bridgewater. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll look to throw again. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back to throw again. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
From the 39, Jones. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's a sneak with Jones.
Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taking it about the 1. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now Jones to throw on third down. Buying time to his left. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Running left, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have moved out in front. Got over the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Bridgewater again. And that will be incomplete as well. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Bridgewater on 4th down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So on 4th down, a big time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Jones. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked up.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we're on time now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Here's Bridgewater. On the screen, this is Edmonds. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a toss right to Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Here's Bridgewater. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
This is Chase Edmonds, who played his college ball in the Bronx at Fordham. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Bridgewater. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Third and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Desperation time. Fourth down. Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Bridgewater to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.